I sacrificed 3 weeks and then it flopped. 20,000 subscribers from a short. No money in it really. I'm streaming every single day. I'm on day 65 of that. Meet random friends in line, but also like, you do chat up with companies too. You look back, you're like, I don't even like my content. Don't be afraid to fail. Think about that deeply. And this one flops, he's not gonna invite me back for anything ever again, all right? Dude, this guy's a professional. I think last stream you'll be pretty impressed.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Rec Talk. Today we've got a special guest, ChubbierSnail. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing so well. Even better after losing to you in that little warm-up game we played. But
in that game, yeah. So before the show, I try to do warm-up things because really I feel like it's for me. Because when I haven't done the warm-up thing, I'm very like I have a hard time. I don't know, opening up or speaking. I don't know. So one of the first things I wanted to ask you, I see, you know, on Twitter and on Instagram and stuff, like you'll go to PAX or like what's another convention that you go to?
VidCon. I'm going to that in June. Woo!
Like. Number one, I want to go. I'm jealous. I want to go to those. Like, I don't, but what do you do? Because I've been to a convention before and it was just like walk around and buy art and stuff, but it wasn't really, I'm like, you know, so what do you do there?
I think the types of people that enjoy conventions, in my opinion, are people that are either really into the topics. So like if there's like an anime convention and people love anime, then like being there and being immersed is more than enough. But also in my case, I think it's more of just finding your own adventure, right? So you can go there and there's like a lot of shops and it's like, okay, well, there's a shop, so I don't want to spend money. What do I do now? I'm here for 3 more days.
That's how
I like
felt.
Meeting people, you know, like standing in lines, chatting and up with strangers. Not in like a forceful way. Like I'm not going to just walk up to a random person as you walk in and be like, hey, be my friend. But sometimes natural opportunities just pop up. I think it's cool. I think a lot of people there are a lot friendlier than normal. I think everyone that's there is kind of also maybe a little uncomfortable sometimes, and they want to make friends, and they have that positive energy, and they have the same hobbies as you, so making friends I feel like is a lot easier, so it's cool, and then you leave and never see them again, which is a little bit sad, but at least you get some cool memories.
See, I always thought it was a networking thing. Like, I always thought you would go and, you know, like, oh, hey, I met this, I don't know, gaming company. I guess in my mind, I'm thinking back in, like, the E3. Like, I always wanted to go to E3 when it was a thing, so you, like, go and check out the games or like meet people.
Well, it definitely is networking. That's a great point. I meet random friends in line, but also like you do chat up with companies too. I think someone that really inspired me here on this front is SoulFox, right? So me, Soul, and Bo, and a bunch of other VR creators, we went to this VR convention. It only happened once. It was in like November of 2022. It was their first ever VR convention. It was their last one. Hopefully they have another one, but they haven't had one since. And we were just hanging out, meeting with each other, which is great networking because it's all VR people. But then before we left the convention hall, Soul was like, yo, CS, Bo, wait here for a second. I got to do something real quick. And we're like, okay, whatever. And Soul went to every single VR booth and introduced himself, said, hey, I'm SoulFox. Like, nice to meet you. Chatted with all of them for like 10 minutes. And I was like, dude, this guy's a professional. This is a perfect professional. Yeah, dude. And so what I did since then is, at least at PAX, since it's a gaming convention, there are a few VR booths there. And I try to go out of my way to chat with them a little bit. And one time it worked too. So Resolution Games was there 2 years ago. They've made a few pretty popular titles. They just started sending me little like press kits now. In my P.O. box every few months, they'll be like, oh, we're releasing this game called Racket Club. Here's a nice little like golf shirt and headband with our branding on it. You can just have it. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Dude,
you know,
awesome.
Just like little small things, but you know, a small step in the right direction for me.
So going there and making sure to seek out the booths. God, just the thought of like going up to a random person and being like, hi, I am such and such. I have a chance. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's terrifying for me too. I think that's another thing. Like all of this is terrifying for me, but sometimes you just kind of force yourself to do it, and it will go horribly the first 10 times maybe, but the 11th time it might go good. And hey, that's pretty solid, right? You know, you accumulate those experiences. It does suck though.
You just have
I can't help with that.
Like get practice, I guess. Kind of with it, just like with YouTube, I suppose.
Oh yeah, get your reps in. It'll work out.
How do you afford to go to these things?
Real quick, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to this channel so we can keep making this show and making it bigger and better. Thank you.
Do you just save up and afford to go to them, or?
The boring answer is that my normal job, like my 9-to-5 day job, that pays for it. That pays for really everything, and that's an issue. It's nice that I can afford to go to these places and I can afford to hire YouTube editors and all of that. But the issue is that now I'm dependent on my normal job in order to keep doing all of this. Right. I don't earn anywhere near enough money from YouTube to be able to just like quit that and do YouTube and sustain the same lifestyle. So I don't have a solution for that yet. It actually is like a really concerning problem that I've been trying to figure out for a while. But it's stuck between a rock and a hard place because as long as I'm working this full-time job, I don't think I can lean into YouTube enough to like prop it up to earn money. But I also can't leave the job because then I will actually like be homeless. So how do we balance? I don't know.
I completely understand that, dude. Like that's with my job. I make more money at my job than I've made ever, but like it just takes up time. You're like, this time, like I could be using to make stuff. You mentioned editors. Like, how did you even find an editor? How do you even pay them? Like, wait, sorry. So many questions.
God. No, these are great questions, man. These are some pain points. I've got some experience here, man. And I'm not even good at it yet, but oh my God, has this tripped me up for so long. So I'll give you the whole lore. Do you want me to dive deep into this? I could rant for a few minutes.
Sure, dude. It depends on how much time you got. I mean, like normally I'll go through and cut stuff out, but if it's all good enough, I mean, it's valuable to me, so it might be valuable to them. We'll see.
Sweet. Well, even if you cut it, as long as it's valuable to you, like that's good. So back in 2021, a beautiful year, I uploaded the hit video. I got invited to Mr. Beast's Squid Game, I believe was the year in the video title, and it was very trendy. It got 750,000 views like really instantly, and it skyrocketed my subscribers. And I was like, "Yo, this is the life." Was it a little bit of clickbait? No, it was a tremendous amount of clickbait. It was, but I didn't expect it to do that well. It was just like a stupid joke I did that got really popular, and then I was like, oh wow, this is nuts. But anyways, that video got so many views. It's still the most views I've gotten on a video since then. Nothing's come even close. But I made a sequel video, and the sequel video was supposed to lean on the same clickbaity tactics. I was like, oh yeah, like how I stole $1,000 from Mr. Beast, and the title comes from me I actually earned $1,000 on that one video, which is, I donated all to charity, but I did earn it, so that was cool.
It's okay, I donated it.
I felt bad, so I was like, okay, let me put it into Team C's. But building off that, for the sequel video, I put so much time and effort into editing. I had never put in more time than I have into that video. It was like probably like over 100 hours of me learning techniques and trying things out, and I was like, this is gonna be hopefully pretty good.
It's a bang.
And when that video flopped,
oh man,
like horribly flopped,
I
was like, whoa, okay. I like the quality of this video here. I think it's great, and I would love to aspire to do that. I don't have enough time in my life to sustain this. Like, I sacrificed 3 weeks of my life, because you're working a normal job, and then you're staying up till like 3 a.m. every night for 3 weeks straight, and then it flops. And it's just like, I can't do this on my own. Or even if I do this on my own, one video every 3 weeks is not going to grow my channel, I don't think. So that's when I first started looking into hiring editors, which is kind of a scary thing, because you look at it and you're like, well, you know, if it takes me this many hours, the editor can probably do it faster, right? You know, if it takes me 20 hours, maybe the editor's like good techniques, maybe it takes them 15 or whatever, that you're still paying for 15 hours of work. And that, you know, if you're hiring someone that's actually a professional and if you respect what they do, you have to pay them, you know, a respectable amount. You can't just be like, hey, here's like $20 to edit for a 15-hour project, you know? So you have to make some compromises. You're like, all right, do I have to make the videos less complicated so I pay them less? Or like, do I somehow have money spawn out of midair that I can just pay them? And I don't know, it's tricky. And also you think about...
Will the video make back what you're spending on this?
Exactly. I was just about to say that. No. Definitely not. For me, it's actually never. The video never earns enough to pay my editors. And so all of a sudden, you're in the situation where you're like, I need to start paying my own money for these videos. Like, for me, it's hundreds of dollars of videos. And that's a lot of money. For me, like, if you guys are rich, I'm happy for you. But for me, it's like, dang, like, it definitely hurts. I'm able to justify it, though. I think of it as an investment long term, right?
Right.
So I would like to think that in order to fast track my growth, making these investments will eventually get me over that hump faster. And also I think of it as like, if I'm paying an editor to do this, that's great, but it also gives me more time to do things like YouTube Shorts or live streams, which also pull in revenue too. So you kind of have to look at it more holistically, I think. Because if I'm able to pull off a 5-hour stream, because I'm not doing 5 hours of editing, if I make like, maybe it's a good stream, I make like $50, then like, okay, that $50 is kind of helping pay for the video too. So
do you
things
find
like
that streaming does help out? Is it worth it to do? I mean, man, that's the wrong question, because you're probably going to say yes regardless. But
no, I think it's a great question, and the answer is definitely not yes regardless. I think it. So let's put it this way, right? Let's say not you, not me, but a random person out there starts streaming today, and they have an audience of 0 people, just because they haven't done anything else on their channel. And let's say this person streams 10 hours a day to 0 people, sometimes 1 person pops in. Is that the best use of their time and energy? Absolutely not. That is a horrible waste of time. Like, you could be doing 100 things. You can make YouTube shorts. Like, make like even like 2 super high quality YouTube shorts in that 10-hour time span. You'll get probably hundreds of subs. Like, that's the easiest thing you can do and the most effective to start off. But, okay, let's say all of a sudden you have an audience of 100 people every time you stream, 100 concurrent people. Is that worth it to stream? I would say, honestly, like, in that situation, it probably is, you know? Unless you think you can get more subs other ways, or, again, it all comes down to your goal, too. If you're trying to make videos and, like, you maybe don't even care about streaming, that's fine as well. Like, not everyone has to do streaming. For me, specifically, it was really worth it for a few months. I'm still in the midst of a live streaming streak. I went from streaming once a week sometimes to every single day. And I'm on day 65 of that.
Gosh.
It was so good for growth when vertical streaming just dropped. It was just like, oh, yes. And now it's vertical streaming's caught up to me. It's not getting me growth anymore.
Okay, I was
Now
about
I'm
to
miserable.
ask, does it still work or not?
It works better than horizontal streaming. I will say that. Like, there's still a nice little bump there. But it's fallen off for me quite a bit.
Gotcha.
So I went probably from before my streaming streak, I was getting maybe like 10 to 20 subs a day on a normal day, maybe like 50 subs on days I drop content. For vertical streaming, it was like every single day, like hundreds, which was like, whoa, what's going on there?
Dang.
But it fell off pretty fast, and so now it's like, I don't know, I could probably vertical stream and get like 50 if I try, which I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose perspective, like that's still awesome, but the immense benefit from before is like definitely falling off.
It's one of those things, like, when you say lose perspective, like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. Like, I complain a lot in my real life about how, like, I've been, doing YouTube for a long time, and, people pop up, and they, takes like 2-3 years, and they hit like 100,000 subscribers or something like that. I mean, I've been doing it for like 10 years, and I'm only at like 20 something. And I mean, I appreciate the people that subscribe, appreciate that. But also, like, dang, when you see somebody just, you're like, oh man, like, what am I doing? You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, that gets to me. But that's a good point, right? There's so many people that just kind of erupt overnight, and I look at them and I'm like, oh my god, like, I could have done that and I missed it. I'm a fool. This is not working. Why am I a failure? I think it's really great to remember all the people that are also trying along with you that are like, would die to be in your shoes. I think that definitely, actually, the thing that helps me the most is thinking about myself last year. And I think, like, okay, if last year I told myself, like, oh, look at where you are now, I think last year me would be pretty impressed, like, I mean, he probably wants to be at 1 billion, right? I mean, don't we all? But any sort of growth forward is good.
I have somebody that I work with in real life, and he makes shorts, and he just started like 6 months ago, and he had one that just exploded. It got up to like, I think it's up to like 12-13 million views right now, and it's only been like 2
Wow!
weeks, right?
Dude, what?
Here's the thing, and I talked to him because basically I heard through the grapevine that he was quitting, and I was like, it's like that? Like, he's quitting, like, the real job? Like, not YouTube. He's quitting his real job. And I'm like, it's like that? Like, just on a short? And then I talked to him, and he was like, no, actually, like, I only made $100 from that short, and then I did memberships, and literally nobody signed up. And he went from, like, 200 subscribers to, like, 20,000 in, like, a week. And I was like, wow, so it really doesn't translate in a way.
No, not at all.
Crazy.
That's a good point too, like, there's all these growth hacks. You can make shorts and some go off. 20,000 subscribers from a short, that's like more than multiple years of growth for me, honestly.
That's what I'm like,
but
damn,
yeah,
I'm jealous,
no
but
money in it
also
really.
No money. I'm like,
There could be money if you like can consistently make those kinds of numbers of shorts, which a lot of time doesn't happen. Usually it's like one will pop off and the rest, a few others kind of pop off, but yeah, there's not a ton of money there. It's more of like a vanity thing. Or it could be part of your greater overall growth strategy if you like use them as a tool to try and get people to watch your other stuff, which sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't.
what advice would you give yourself if you were, if you met day one ChubbierSnail? What advice would you give to yourself?
This is the best advice I've received recently, so it's at the top of my mind right now. I would say don't be afraid to fail. But I mean that in like a very, like, sit on that, think about that deeply. Don't take it at the surface level. So for example, like actually try new things put yourself out there, be vulnerable, understanding that it will fail, and also understanding that a temporary failure is not the end of the process. I think for a while, I was so obsessed with each video I released being like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the one, right? And in theory, that's great, you know? You want to try new things every video and learn something new and try to elevate your game, and I totally love that and keep doing that. But I also think, you know, don't be afraid to take risks that you, in your mind, you're like, you know what, like, I'm going to try this new thing because I think it's cool. It's probably going to suck. It's probably going to get no views, but let's throw it out there and see. Because I found that sometimes you surprise yourself. Sometimes something you think is going to suck and you're kind of holding back on because, you know, you don't think it's worth the time. Sometimes those are the most valuable things, and they actually, you know, do really well. Or at the very least, they keep you sane because you're pursuing things you're passionate about, and that is so much better, you know, long term than pursuing short term, you know, kind of like ways to gain clicks and views. Because if you do the short term things to gain clicks and views, and if those things don't perform well, you feel awful. You look back, you're like, I don't even like my content. I only did this because I was trying to get viewers and it didn't work out. But if you pursue something you're passionate about, even if you think it's going to flop, and it does flop, at least you can look at it and be like, you know, I'm still proud of it. So that's helped me a lot these past few months.
That's some good advice. I think I should follow that advice. Okay, so you have MakerPen, and we have every guest add invention to the invention wall. All right.
Oh, yeah, that's glorious.
Does he have a name?
Chubbsy the snail.
Chubbsy, okay.
I feel bad. I feel like I didn't get to ask you that many questions.
Oh, but it's not about me, okay? They experience me every 2 weeks, okay?
But it is about you, right?
No, it's about you.
The people need to know. Dude, no. It's supposed
You
to be like
have
50-50.
so much more information and so much more experience and stuff. That's what it is. It's about learning.
Dude, I'm sorry. In my head, for some reason, I thought it was like an hour. So I was like, all right, like I'll say some things. I'll yap, and then we'll bounce it back. But
I would like for it to
to
be an hour, but I don't know. I feel like their attention span is not that long.
Yeah, they're brain rotted from TikTok. Let's see. What do I have to say to the people?
Sorry.
Please, for the love of everything, please like the video. Please, because if this doesn't get any likes and this one flops on RCL's channel, he's not going to invite me back for anything ever again, all right? I don't have friends. This is my one chance. Don't ruin this for me. Like the video, comment, save ChubbierSnail's career. There, right there. Thank you.
Okay.
You made it this far.
Well, thank you for being on the show. And I mean, they probably already know, but where can they find you?
You guys can find me on youtube.com. The YouTube channel is ChubbierSnail. Stay chubby.
All right.
The Stay Chubby part's not part of the name. It's just ChubbierSnail.
ChubbierSnail / Stay Chubby # Snail. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Bye, everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Goodbye now.